Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Minecraft series. Today's episode is episode 9 of season 6, which, well, I've said this in the last episode as well, but I will say it again. Does of course mean we are starting to get closer and closer towards the ending of this season, which, is always a little bit of fun, I guess. As we are getting closer to the end of the season, we are also getting closer to the end of this huge building that we've basically been working on literally all season. So that's also quite exciting, I would say. Now, do I have any way up here? I don't actually really know. Let's just do this for now, I guess. Boom, boom. As we are getting closer towards the end of the season, we're also starting to approach the point where I am done with building this thing. And I am quite confused about how to get around here. Hold on, let's just go up. There we go. We're also starting to approach the point of being done with building this entire building. Which is also quite exciting. Now, in the last episode, we basically did all the finishing touches of the building part itself. All that I really need to do now is fill in this lava. As you can see, there's still quite a bit of blocks missing here. So let's go ahead and mine out these two. And then just start filling this up. So boom, 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 boom. I actually did already collect a bit more lava in the last episode at the ending. But I do believe it's actually just about not enough, which is quite unfortunate, of course. Boom, boom, boom. And boom, there we go. And yeah, we still need, well, 4, 8, and another 4. So 12 more. So that should be doable, but I do believe we were actually out of lava from the lava pool over there. So we do have to quickly run over to the nether for that. Let's quickly mine this away. Jump over here, there we go. And do this. So yeah, this is of course a little bit tedious to do all of this right now, but it needs to be done because it's like basically the last detail on this whole building itself. And after this is done, all that is really left is the detailing around it. So making it the same as, the same foundation as the temple we got here, but of course in the style of nether. That is all really starting to get close. We're gonna do that in today's episode. The, foundation, the, I don't really know how to say it, the terraforming around the base of that building. That is what we're basically gonna focus on today's episode. We just first of all need to quickly collect some more lava. And I'm also gonna feed my chickens again. And hope that there's at least a bit more in here. Okay, wow. This thing is still not really working all that well, I suppose. But it might be because of the chunks not being fully loaded while I'm all the way over there. I don't know. But yeah, so far this thing has been quite a flop, if I'm being honest. But hey, it might turn into something good at some point in the future still. So we'll not call it a full-on failure just yet. Don't worry, don't worry. But yeah, let's quickly run over to the nether, collect 12 more, or let's just fill all of these buckets with lava. And then that part is finally done. I'm probably gonna put some lava in the ground around the thing, so with the terraforming as well. So that does mean I should probably have more in the future, but I'm not gonna worry about that just yet. Actually, what I'm gonna do is take the nether portal with me on the way back. So we're gonna mine out this thing when I'm done here. And move it finally to the palace, because I feel like that is just a little bit of a better position for it, and also makes my life a lot easier when I want to collect lava, of course, because then it's right around the corner. So let's see, we need to go up here, and then I do believe we should approach the lava pool right now. There we are, and we'll just do this again. Will this actually fit? No, it will not. Hold on, let's throw out this, and now it should fit. Nice, okay. So let's fill these all up with lava. Boom, 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 there we go. And yeah, the nether is really perfect for that, of course. Like, look at how easy that just was. It's just a long travel as of right now. So that is why I'm gonna move the nether portal, because then it will not be such a long travel anymore. So we can do that way quicker. I should have probably done that a little while ago already. Would have probably made my life a bit easier with all of the resource gathering and stuff. But hey, I'm doing it now. So better late than never, I suppose. But yeah, we're gonna quickly do that, and then we're gonna start working on that terraforming. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really tested anything out in a creative world or anything, so this is gonna be completely on the fly. But I don't think it should be too hard, so to say. Of course, I might jinx myself a little bit by saying something like that. But I feel like making a nether looking ground is not the most difficult thing ever. I just want to make it also look good, of course. Now, let me quickly check here. Yeah, we do have nether warts right here. I really want to take those with me. And you know what? We'll leave behind the ender pearl. I don't even know how that is in my inventory now. So, yeah, we're also gonna take the soul sand. I might have to come back here for all the netherrack. I don't really know how much netherrack we have left, but let's be real. Getting netherrack is really quite easy when the nether portal is over there. So, yeah, that's not a worry. Anyway, we'll quickly have to climb the ladder again. And you know what that means. We'll get really quite close up in your face again. I cannot believe that this is still something I need to do. Like, nearly once every 3 episodes at least. 6 seasons in. Like, this is something I did in the first season, which is quite funny, but yeah, it's still a thing in this series. Anyway, there we go. We got all of the lava buckets now, and I quickly want to just look at it again. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, that's painful. But yeah, we'll quickly look at our building again all the way from over here, just because why not? Boom, boom. And look at that glorious thing. Look at this glorious building. This is probably not the best angle. I think once we get the foundation around it, it is actually gonna look a lot better. Oh, okay, I feel that. But I feel like that is actually gonna make it look way, way better. Like, just more alive. Right now it feels like this just kind of fell out of the sky right on this blob of ground here, so to say. And it doesn't really make sense. But like, just like this building did. But then when you add the ground around it, I feel like that just really adds that life to it, you know, the feeling of it actually making sense. There we go. I knew there was some food somewhere in there still. Yeah, I feel like that is gonna make such a big difference once we finally get that in place. So that is, of course, quite exciting. Did I just hear an enderman in our nether building? You do realize that makes 0 sense, right, buddy? I know you're in the corner here, so fair enough, but still, it makes no sense. This is the nether building, not the end building. Oh. Anyway, we're gonna go up, and this should be the last time we have to go up here, actually. Because after this, it's all done. And that's also the last time we'll get our ears destroyed by all of the flames. So that's also quite nice. Yeah, that's why I went ahead and put the flames all on the roof. Because if this was constantly in my ears when I was down in the building, that would be horrific. So I'm really happy that that's not the case. Anyway, let's go ahead and do these 4, 6. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. All right, and we'll keep one here. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And then we have another 3. Ip. Boom, boom. And then we need to tower up like this. And pray that I can actually reach that. Yes, nice. And this is now all looking good. We're probably never gonna see it from up here again until I get like an Elytra, but that doesn't matter. It's about the fact that it is actually up there. Now why... Oh no, that looks good. Okay, there we go. Let's drop down. There we go. And that is that part done. Actually, I should not have dropped down because I need to take this down. Look at how long it has taken, by the way. Like, look at how far the grass has spread up here. That is so funny. This pillar has been here for quite some time now, since we started working on the roof, like, probably 3 or 4 episodes ago now. Something like that. So yeah, that pillar has been here for quite some time. But there we go. It's all coming down. Ah, alright. That's, where's my bed? What? Why do I not have a bed anymore? Did I put it in a chest? Oh, it's right here. Okay, let's go ahead and sleep and drink some of my yogurt. Oh, of course, that kind of makes sense. Uh-oh, need to hurry now. Boom, boom, there we go. And drink some of my yogurt. Is that... what? Excuse you? What? Oh. What? Okay, alright, that looks like a lot of fun, I suppose. We're gonna have to take this lock down now, finally. Is everything just doing that? Like, what's going on here? Hey, we got an achievement. Alright, I don't know what's going on here. Everything is acting a little bit weird, but whatever, I suppose. Let's see, we'll take this out. And do we have any torches anywhere around here? I do not. Alright, I don't know, I feel like I always had torches with me, but all of a sudden I don't anymore, but it should be fine. It's probably in here, actually, now that I think about it. Right? No. Alright, maybe in here? Yeah, there we go. I knew there was some torches somewhere around here. Yeah, this world is still not as organized as the Skyblock world is right now. But that's fine. Oh, that guy just died. Alright. Hello, everyone. I do have a sword, so let's quickly go ahead and take on these enemies. I am being flanked right now. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, and we'll place the nether portal right here. So boom, boom. This will be moved again in the future, because this is, of course, not how the interior is gonna stay. But for now, it's fine. I'm gonna work purely on the exterior for now. The interior is gonna be a future project. So yeah, I have no plans yet for the interior here. I kind of really like the way it's looking right now, you know, the whole netherrack and dirt and just random blocks everywhere. Looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? We do still need to place in the gold blocks, of course, which is quite still a thing. But yeah, as of right now, I'm not gonna think about the interior for quite some time yet. That's definitely not happening this season. Maybe next season, I don't know, kind of depending on what the next project is gonna be. Interiors I don't care nearly as much about as exterior. So yeah, there you go. That's why I'm not prioritizing that right now. Anyway, I have like a lot of pickaxes here that I should just for now put away. These three can stay in my inventory, I suppose. We're gonna quickly do a little bit of reorganization here of my whole inventory, since it is quite a mess. This can go here. My clock can go underneath my ender chest, because this is my special item corner. And this is already starting to look a lot more organized now. So there you go. Look at that, way, way better. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do first is actually mine out a large amount of the ground around this building. You know, of course we're gonna be replacing a lot of this stuff with netherrack. 90% of the blocks around this thing is just gonna be netherrack. So, you know, I first of all need to dig out the ground around it to actually be able to place that netherrack. So that is gonna be step one here, which is of course in of itself gonna take a bit of time, but hey, that is fine. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly go and make myself a new shovel and just enchant it with the 22 levels I have right now. That should give us at least some level of efficiency or unbreaking. And with that, I can at least, you know, mine either a little bit faster or need to worry a little bit less about my shovel breaking. So either or is pretty good, and maybe we even get both. So, you know, I think it is a worthy investment of my time to quickly go and do this. I know what you're thinking. Oh no, you have to go up the ladder again, and yeah, that is true. But for every good thing in life, there is a price to pay. So, you know, it's a life lesson as well at the same time. So, I mean, how much more perfect can it really get? Right? Anyway, here we go. Oh, let's actually do it right. There we go. Boom, boom. And I can take some of the netherrack with me down here, I suppose. Will this give me exactly 22 in the middle one? Probably not. So, let's go ahead and do this. That didn't change a single thing. Cool. There we go. Exactly 22. And look at that. That is just beautiful. Can I? Okay, I cannot instant. Wait, no, I can instant mine with that. Oh, how perfect. Anyway, we're gonna take you all with us. Jeez, that's quite a lot actually. And we're gonna go up the ladder again. Hey, here we are again. Welcome back to the Ladder Podcast. Today we're talking about the fact that I just got efficiency free and unbreaking free on my shovel. Now, it did intermine the dirt, but I do believe it will not intermine grass. So realistically, it's not going to be that much of a help with the intermining part, but it's still going to be a lot faster than a non-enchanted shovel. So I'm quite happy with that for only 22 levels. There we go, that's the end of the podcast there. I hope you enjoyed it as always, but yeah, let's quickly run back over to our house. I say this every like couple of episodes, maybe like once a season, but I am really falling in love with this world. Like, just, you know, these paths, we made all of this, you know. It's been a long time since I made all of this, but like this lake as well, I made this. So, you know, it's, like, yeah, this is all things we have done, and now it feels really natural just walking through here. I don't know, it just feels so nice being able to walk through here and knowing, yeah, we've done that a long time ago, but still, it's still there and it's still serving a purpose. So yeah, I'm really falling in love with the way the world is looking here, so to say. Anyway, yeah, as I said, it's not gonna instant mine the grass, unfortunately, but that was expected. And it's also fine. I mean, look at the difference in speed between the efficiency and the non-efficiency one. That's a big difference. And we even got unbreaking on this thing. Unbreaking 3 actually, so that should mean we can go with this guy for quite some time. And you know what? That makes me a happy little boy, so that's good enough for me. Anyway, we're gonna try and dig out at least 3 blocks from the foundation of the building here in this direction. We'll start off with that, and from there on out I will expand it. Now I know what you're thinking here. There is a large amount of water right in your face right now. And that is actually quite nice. You might say, what? That's annoying, right? Because it's water. But that just means there's less blocks I need to mine out there. So it's actually a blessing in disguise. I think some people say that. No, it's a good thing. Let's just say it like that. Because now I can just kind of do this without having to mine out the dirt or sand first. So, you know, right now, of course, this is just going to be quite straight. It's going to be a straight line. But we'll terraform that later. Don't worry, don't worry. It will all become better looking in the future. Right now, it's just to cover up at least the water here. And we'll do it a little bit more like that. And from here on out, it's probably going to all be dirt. So I will just fill this in. There we go. And we're gonna mine out that one. There we go. Alright, boom. Throw that out and continue with the big old digging project here. Boom, boom, boom. And I believe, yes, sand I can actually instant mine, so that is sweet. No need to worry about that. And then we go on and do this again. As I said, we're just gonna fill this in purely with netherrack first. I think that is a nice way to lay out the foundation here of the building. And then from there on out, I'm gonna try and terraform it as much as I can. Now, I do believe these are actually supposed to be obsidian, but I don't feel like worrying about that right now, you know. I'm gonna give myself a little break from that for now. We might fix that in the future. But yeah, anyway, we're just gonna lay out the foundation of the foundation with netherrack first. And from there on out, I'm gonna improve it, spark it out, so to say. I kind of did the same, I believe, with the sand, although I immediately went and mixed it up a bit more. But that's because the sand is a bit more easy to mix up. But you can see, like, this is the foundation of the building, basically here. And then it goes out by like 1, 2, 3, or yeah, sometimes even 4 blocks. Of course, this is the wall, but this build is a bit different. Yeah, it is a bit different, but it's about the same radius, so to say, that the foundation or the terraforming will be underneath the building or around the building. It's like the same radius, because that is, in my eyes, a good radius, like 3 or 4 blocks away from the building itself. Because if you go bigger than that, then it will, well, first of all, intervene with everything else. Like if I go bigger, these two will start touching, which is not a bad thing. I might actually make them touch, but also, you know, it will just get a bit too big, in my opinion. You know, it still needs to feel like this is not the nether. I'm not gonna make the entire world around this the nether, you know, that's not the idea here. But there we go. So that is the 3 block basically all around here. And we're literally just gonna fill this all in now with the netherrack. So very simple, just gonna go around doing exactly this. And you will see that only that, like literally that just alone, will actually already make it feel a bit more special, a bit more in place, so to say. So that is of course what we want here. But it's not gonna be enough, don't get me wrong, we will need to do way more than just place 3 blocks of netherrack around this thing in each direction. That's not all that we're gonna do here, but that is step 1. And then we're gonna slowly expand from that, kind of like I did over there. Like I went ahead and placed some cactus, dead bushes over time. I added in little holes with the slabs or stairs, like small things like that can really expand on a territory or a terraforming piece of land. It can really just make it feel way more alive, so to say. But you need to do it in steps. Anyway, we're gonna quickly go ahead and sleep and drink some more of my yogurt. There we go. Oh, yeah. Tasted quite good. There we go. Today I got the... what is it? Hold on. It says strawberry and banana combination. Banana. I don't know. That combination, and it tastes quite good. There's like two tastes of these things. The one is peach, I believe. Peach and something else, I don't know. I always like to mix them up. I know this is like completely irrelevant to the rest of this video, but I felt like talking about it real quick. So yeah, today I got the strawberry and the banana combination, which in Dutch is aardbei and banaan. So there you go. You're gonna slowly learn some Dutch from watching all these videos, which is which is cool, I guess. Anyway, I felt like talking about that a little bit. I might say it in each and every episode from now on, which flavor I got, just for fun. Just for fun. You can kind of guess the Pokemon, I guess. Anyway, here we have all of the netherrack in place. And as I said, that will just already make it feel a bit more like it's its own structure. Now, the problem with the netherrack texture in this version is that it really does not blend well with itself. Like, it's kind of an eyesore when it's just being itself, you know? It doesn't look all that great. Let's be real honest here. So, we really need to spruce it up. And that's not too easy, because there's not that many nether blocks, you know? There's not that many, like, blocks you just find in the nether. Like, if we were to go to the nether right now, we're quickly gonna do that. Also see what kind of generation we get here, because oh, what? This linked? I really did not expect this to link. Wait, what will happen if I go back? Please tell me I actually end up in my own portal now. Alright, we're not gonna complain about it then. Okay. Why? Okay, it really looked for a second that like every sheep was facing the exact same direction there. Like some of them are, but that looked really weird. Anyway, they are linking up, which I'm actually quite happy about, because that is a good thing. It means I don't need to change much around here. But as I was saying, if we were to quickly go up to the nether here, like the actual open nether, of course, this is all netherrack, so that doesn't count. But if we were to quickly go over here, you can see the nether just kind of looks ugly in of itself, especially in this version. Like, it doesn't look good. So yeah, there's like soul sand patches here, of course. And there's, outside of that, just a whole lot of netherrack. And every now and then a bit of glowstone. But I'm just making the floor. And the floor usually doesn't have any glowstone on it either. We'll quickly collect some more of this, by the way. But yeah, that does of course mean that the floor of the nether is quite ugly in of itself. So I need to be quite creative here in order to turn that into something still good looking. Which is in of itself not super easy, but that is the fun of all of this, right? Creating a bit of a challenge for yourself. That is what makes it all fun. So we're gonna try and still make it look good with mainly nether blocks. I might need to spruce it up with some outside nether blocks, which still match well with nether blocks, but I don't know about that. As said, I haven't actually planned any of this out yet, so yeah, I mean, I'm just improvising as of right now. Anyway, what we're gonna do is already just remove some of these and replace it with purely just soul sand, because soul sand in of itself does already look a little bit better. Did they just all fall through the ground here? Okay. In of itself looks a little bit better than netherrack. So we're gonna go around and do this quite a lot. And mainly against the foundation itself. I think it makes more sense to be right next to this instead of like it being on the outer edge of this thing. At least in my head that makes more sense. So we're never gonna make soul sand touch the grass here. The soul sand is quite a sweaty gamer, and it has never touched grass in of its life. So, you know, we gotta keep true to that story here. Anyway, boom, 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 boom. And a little bit of that. And the next step is gonna be little lava pools every here and there. To also spruce that up. And every now and then a bit of nether wart on these soul sand patches. Just to make that all feel... yeah, a bit more colorful, a bit more spruced up, so to say. So we're just gonna go around doing mainly this. Boom, boom, boom. And these are not gonna be super... what on earth? What? Oh, it's probably in the cave underneath the thing. Okay. Anyway, these are not gonna be super big patches of soul sand. Like, definitely no huge ones. We kind of want to keep them quite small here. I think there's like a spider jockey in there, and the spider is, yeah, killing the skeleton, so that's cool. But yeah, these are gonna be small little soul sand patches, nothing humongous going on. Just little patches here and there. I don't think it will look too great if they are getting too big. So, there you go. That's the thought process behind all of these. And I kind of like them being, like, close to these pillars things. I feel like that also just... feels correct, you know, feels like that's where they're supposed to be. Don't ask me why, like sometimes I just have a feeling with those kinds of things, and sometimes that makes it work out really quite well, and sometimes it doesn't, you know, but you always gonna have to go with your gut, I feel like, with these kinds of things. Just go with your gut first, and if you realize, hey, my gut was wrong in this occasion, then that's fine, you know, you can always change it back or change it to something else in the future, but... yeah, listen to your gut first. That is the way I like to do it, at least. So, boom, 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 boom. Now, the one problem, or the one difference, big difference with this building, in contrast to the sand temple, the sand building, the corruptorium, as it is called, there's one major difference. And that is that with this one, there's way more of a height difference. So you can see the walls kind of like start here, and the sand stops here. Which is like 1/2 blocks in height of difference. Which is a major difference, because this one, from here to here, it's just flat. With this one, it's not. And I cannot really change that, because there's no netherrack slabs or stairs, of course. In fact, there's no nether slabs or stairs at all outside of the quartz and the nether brick. And although I am gonna still mix this a little bit with nether bricks to make it kind of look like, you know, yeah, I don't know, that will make sense. I cannot really go as ham as I did with this one, since it just doesn't fully make as much sense, which is quite unfortunate. But that is just one extra little challenge we have to work around here. Now, talking about those nether bricks, okay, yeah, we definitely have enough for those kinds of plants, so let's do this, and actually do that right now. So what we're gonna do is just mainly in between like the soul sand patches here, I'm gonna make little areas like this. Just a bit of nether bricks going on, you know? Not too much, just a small amount, once again, to spruce it all up a little bit. Like, we kind of don't want any netherrack to really touch the quartz here, since, you know, the quartz is quite holy, bloody blue. And the netherrack is kind of dirty. It's like dirt touching marble, you know. We don't really want that. So that is why I am going ahead and making this more into the nether brick foundation here, so to say. So there you go. We barely want any of the netherrack, if even any at all, to really touch that. And with this we can still create that bit of a difference in height. Hell, I might even go down a bit more with the netherrack. I don't really know about that for certain though, since that is quite difficult to pull off well. since then it also goes up again with the grass, which is not too nice. Actually, let's cut away this corner here. Looked a bit too sharp in my opinion, and we'll expand on this one right here. So going out like this. As I said, this was just the sharp edges of everything. It can still be expanded more or less, which I'm gonna do a bit more right now. So like that, there we go. So yeah, this is how we're gonna go around now. I'm quite happy with the soul sand patches that I have created. So now we're gonna move on to the next one. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna do the obsidian right now, because it doesn't make sense to not do that. I only need 6 and I already have those, so I have actually everything I need right here. Because of course I can just turn this into obsidian like this. Boom, 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 boom. And now that the nether portal is right here, that really doesn't even feel like a waste or anything, because I can easily get more lava buckets. So yeah, that's fine. Quickly gonna turn this into the obsidian, just because I really need it now for the building. So there we go. Boom, boom. And oh, I completely missed that. There you go. So boom, boom. Alright. And as I said multiple times now at this point, I am just making this all up on the fly. I'm really just doing what feels correct right now. Like, at first I wasn't even really planning to use nether bricks in this floor. But now I've changed my mind on that, and I think that will spruce it up. So there you go. Anyway, it's time to sleep again and drink a bit more of my yogurt. There we go. Yep. Boom, boom. Alright. Moving back to this part. Excuse you, this is like the most not biome you want to be in at all for a sheep, so I would run away if I were you. Anyway, they're gonna spruce this all up a little bit more again. Boom, boom. This one could actually be a little bit of a slab. There we go. And then we have this and this, something like that. It's nothing really special going on here with these nether brick blocks, by the way. It's just a bit of tomfoolery, you could say. A little bit of a whoop and a little bit of a dupe, so to say. So yeah, there we go. Just to make it not all be the same, you know. That's really the only thought behind it. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Just a bit of all of that. And then we will expand this one even more. So this one is really quite a spike. There we go. And we'll have one more right there. There we go. Yeah, looks good to me. Okay, and then we have one little patch right here. Really quite small, this one. Just a bit of this and that. There we go. And then one more right here. There we are. Keep in mind there's still going to be lava added as well, which I think will actually really pull this all together, and the nether wart still as well. So yeah, we still got some ways to go here. We'll actually make this one be a bit more interesting. We'll go like this, this and this, and then boom. Oh no, not like that. Boom and boom. And then a bit of that and a bit of that. There we go. Look at that. That looks actually quite good in my opinion. And then we'll even expand this part a bit. There we go. There we go. Alright, nice. Now, of course, this all does need to go still. Let's actually do that right now. Yeah, I first of all want to actually know what it's all gonna look like before I really change anything to the thing itself. That probably didn't make much sense. In my head it made sense. I don't really know how to make it make sense in a sentence, so I'm not even gonna try anymore. Like, I got no way of explaining that. That will just be something that I understand, and you just have to accept not understanding that, because there's no way of me translating my thoughts to a sentence right now. I can feel that it's not gonna happen. So yeah, whoop-de-doo, I guess. Anyway, boom, boom. Boom, boom. And this whole hill is gonna be... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's quite a big, chunky hill here, but we're gonna just shave off a little bit here. Like, we're just gonna give it a little trim, you know? I'm a bit of a barber right now. And we're gonna give this guy a little bit of a fade. Let's just say it like that. This boy has been has been in quarantine for a couple of months now, and it has to get a bit of a fade here. That's what's happening right now. We're not gonna make them bald. They don't need to go bald or anything. They just need a bit of a fade. So, yeah, there you go. I made it made sense. Anyway, there we go. A bit like that, and then a little bit more like this. Okay, I need to be careful with that insta mining, of course. There we go, and now the nether building itself has a bit more breathing room. Let's just say it like that. Like, look at the difference here. It just makes sense, in my opinion, that it's more like this instead of the hill being right here in your face. So there we go. That made it look a bit better. I'm actually gonna quickly go ahead and store away all of that dirt because I don't need that much. There we go. And let's get back to bee's knees. Bee's knees, you know. We're gonna have to do this. Now I wanted to add nether quartz ore to all of this, but unfortunately I never got silk touch. So we might do that in the future once I do actually get access to silk touch. But yeah, right now I can unfortunately not do that. I feel like that would have really added a bit more spark. But hey, we cannot have everything in this life, unfortunately. But yeah, that is what it is. Anyway, boom, boom, boom. Boom. And we'll go a bit like this, this, and then that there. And then this right here. And then a bit of this. And then a bit of that right here as well. As I said, we barely want any netherrack, if even any at all, to really touch the quartz. The quartz is just a bit too expensive for that. The netherrack, it's a bit dirty. We don't really want them to touch each other, you know. That's just a bit foul. So, yeah, that's kind of how I imagine you would be if you got this kind of house, you know, or palace. It would be like, don't let the nether quartz touch our beautiful, or no, don't let the netherrack touch our beautiful nether quartz, you know. We cannot be having that. That's kind of the thought process behind all of that. I don't know if that makes sense, but in my head it makes sense, so you will just have to deal with it. Anyway, boom, boom, boom. And we'll get you as well. Boom, boom. I am out of stairs, which is not the greatest, but it is what it is. Yeah, I can really not make that many more either, but we are almost done with the nether or the nether brick part, so it's kind of fine. It's kind of okie dokie. Boom, boom, boom. Now these chests are getting a bit in the way here, but not much I can do about that. We'll actually go and make this like that, and then that one like that. Doesn't make sense right now because there's a chest in the way, but I think that will look good once there's no chest in the way. I kind of really like this pattern with the obsidian here, so I kind of copied it a couple of times, but that's fine. You know, when something works, why not use it again? That's kind of the idea there. So boom, boom, and we'll have one more here, and then of course there will be a bit of leakage. And as I said, we're actually gonna mix and mang these sand and nether quartz a little bit here. So there's actually a bit of an overlap here, which I think is quite cool. We kind of have like a bit of grass going through it, and then also them touching each other every now and then a little bit, you know. I think that is quite a cool detail, so to say. Even the tree is being a little bit surrounded by some netherrack. I think that is pretty cool. We'll have this one here, and we'll have the same kind of spike right there. So here it will also touch each other again, kind of like that. And then that, there we go. Just a bit, not too much. I still want there to be actual grass in between it as well. I think that will make it actually look extra cool. Yeah, look at that, that looks kind of nice. And here we'll just have that, why not? And then I feel like we kind of missed out on one here, so do that right now. Boom, boom, boom. And there we go, and already it's starting to look way better now with the soul sand and the nether bricks being added to the foundation. Yet again, it's not finished yet, don't get me wrong, there still needs to be more added to it. But just these small little details made it look way better than just the netherrack. So there you go. You know, everything takes a little bit of time. And you gotta find... Okay, get out of my face! Okay, you gotta find the pattern and find what you like with these kinds of things. And that takes a bit of time. But there we go. I think I'm happy with that, at least for now. So we're gonna go over to the nether wart part. And we're gonna really make like small little patches. Of course, not every soul sand block needs it. So we're gonna just make it really small. Like maybe... each one has like 30% of them covered with the nether warts. And we really want the nether warts to basically be right next to the quartz. It doesn't go far away from the quartz at all. Kind of just like that. So yeah, nearly 30% of the soul sand will get a bit of nether wart. And the other ones do not, you know. So I feel like that makes sense. Yeah, we'll have that one right there. Just a bit of it. It's a little sparkle. We don't want to go overboard with this kind of stuff. So that's why it's just in small doses. And no, it's not because I only had 40. So I had to be careful with the amount I placed here. I know I kind of perfectly spread it out to make it look like that. But that was not the idea behind it. I think this will look way better than every soul sand block having a nether wart on it. I think that will not look good at all. Now there's actually variation and a bit of a difference here. And I feel like, of course, the do need to be fully grown, but I feel like this is pretty good. I think I did an alright job at it. Okay, now we have probably the most difficult part of all of this, and that is going to be the lava pools. Because I still want to add in little pools of lava, not much, but little ones. And they're going to be mainly right next to the soul sand. Because that, in my opinion, makes sense. It's kind of like the water for the nether warts, you know? So we're gonna be having little lava pools like this all around. Maybe even smaller than that. And how I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna mine them out. Then I'm gonna quickly collect all the lava I need and then place it and then mine out the next one, I think. So for this one, yeah, I need that many, but I'm just gonna fill all of my buckets, of course, because it doesn't make sense to go to the nether and collect only like 5 and then come back and whoop-de-doo all the way around like that. So we are gonna still fill all of the buckets, but yeah. Boom, boom. Boom, okay. There we go. Alright. Let's quickly first sleep and drink a bit more of my yogurt. There we go. There we go. Alright, nice. Boom, boom. And we're gonna go to the nether. Whoop, there we go. And we're gonna collect some more of that lava. So now, kind of the trickiest part in my opinion. Because, you know, yeah, I don't know. It feels like this is the trickiest part. This is the hardest part to actually nail. But I think this is also the part that can add the most life to it. Where's that sloppy slop sound coming from? What? What? I don't want to be flanked all of a sudden here. What? What? Where did that noise come from? You heard it, right? There was like a blop blop. I feel like that was the magma cubes, probably. Okay, I'm quite confused. Well, this will fit, right? Yeah, easily. Alright, good. Pop, pop, pop. There we go. Boom, boom. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. That is super dangerous, by the way. If I missed that jump, I would have been dead. Just so you know. Because lava is super overpowered. Yeah, I can hear it again. Where's the... what? Are they underground in some sort of cave? You can hear the slop slosh. Look at that. Blop. Blop, blop. Okay, anyway. Moving on. Got a bit of lava, so that's good. We can make probably 2 or 3 pools with that, so that's nice. It was this side. Boom, boom. And we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Now, I don't want these to be right next to any slabs. I don't think that will look good, because then you can, of course, kind of look into it from the side. Doesn't make sense. But just a little patch like that, and I think that looks pretty decent. Actually, we're gonna make it expand a bit more like this. Make it a bit of a cross, which might look a bit weird, but I think also it looks nice. So, boom, boom. Yeah, look at that. A little patch of lava right there. Then we're gonna have a little bit of lava right here. They don't need to be humongous or anything. They just need to be there. To spruce it or spice it up a little bit more. Just a touch, you know? Well, they can be really quite small. They can be a bit bigger. Doesn't really matter. Just need to be at least a bit there. There we go. Look at that. Just a small little touch. And then I can slightly just... Alright, anyway. Moving on from that. And then we will create a little one right here. Like so. We'll create a bit of a bigger dent here, actually. Like this. There we go. And then this will all be filled with lava. Of course, I don't have the amount of lava for that right now, but that's fine. Actually, let's not do that. Oh, that's permanently gonna stay now. Alright, moving on from that, we're gonna... Well, no, I'm actually gonna place these now. It doesn't really matter now that I think about it. Boom, boom. There we go. And yeah, so we're gonna go around doing that stuff. And I think this will just make it look a little bit better. I still feel like we need a bit of a height difference right here. And I'm really wondering how I'm gonna do that. Because that is not an easy task. Definitely not an easy task to fulfill. With the amount of blocks I have, let's say it like that. Yeah, I really am wondering how should I even go about doing something like that. I don't know. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is actually collect a bit more blocks here. There we go. And we're gonna do a bit of a bridge out of here, because these I have already all collected, of course. So boom, boom. Whoa, that was a bit scary. Anyway, now I can go ahead and easily get more lava. There we go. I just saw some ground there. Okay. Whoop, whoop. There we go. But yeah, I really don't know how to make that feeling of depth happen in the last couple blocks of netherrack that we still have. That is something that's actually quite difficult, at least to me. And I really don't know how to fix that. Like, it feels like this is just a bit too flat. Now, I know I can add flames, which will make it look better, yes. But the problem with it is that the flames are so loud. So that's why I kind of didn't want to do that. But maybe we will have to resort to that, which is unfortunate. But it's probably the easiest and maybe even the best way to go about adding that feeling of depth to all of this building. Which, yeah, kind of sucks, but it is what it is, I suppose. We're gonna be having a bit of that, so this will all be expanded. Like so. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, whoa, okay, oops. Then boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, there we go. And then we'll have a little bit of a patch right here. Pop, pop, pop. There we go. And, ooh. Yeah, I don't really want this tree to catch fire, so I'm thinking I'm not gonna place lava right here. I think this should be fine. And I got a sneaky suspicion if I place lava right here, this tree will just go up in flames. So let's shy away from that a little bit here. Anyway, boom, boom. There we go. And yeah, I think that's big enough. Actually, let's not have that one there, so also not there. We'll go out and around like this. Boom, boom, boom. Even less grass, I know, but that is okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and place in these three. There we go. And we will have to go back again. But yeah, that's why I'm really happy that I now have the nether portal right here. Because just imagine if I would have to go to the dungeon each time I needed these buckets. That would be hell on earth, quite literally, because I'm in nether. But still, you know, it would be very annoying. It would absolutely suck having to do that each and every time. So I'm happy that I can just go into the building and right there, there's the better portal. So that's better. Anyway, there we go. Super quick, super nice, super simple. Let's actually just start doing this. I'm quite done with the staircase already. Hot. There we go. At least on the way back, that's a lot better. On the way going there, it will suck for now, but it's whatever. Anyway, boom, boom, boom. And then we had you still to be placed. And what is next? Oh yeah, I got an idea for this one. We'll actually make it be quite a big one here. So really all the way around it. But I think having 1 or 2 be quite extremely big is not a bad thing. Just not each and every one needs to be big, you know? Like, it needs to be special, but that doesn't mean it doesn't need to be there. It still can be there, just needs to stay special a little bit. Anyway, boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. And boom, boom, there we go. Yeah, look at that, just a little bit of a pool there. Yeah, you will even make this one like that. There we go. And then we'll have a baby one right here. Like this. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. With, of course, a bit more netherrack. I mean, the lava can... I didn't even point that out, but I feel like that's just way too obvious. The lava can obviously not be touching the grass. That would not make sense at all. So that's why, you know, there's also always a bit of netherrack around it a bit more. And now we have this one left, which I think will also stay a bit on the small side. Not too small, but still also not too big here. And we'll make this one like that. There we go. And even that one. And then I think, yeah, that's all of them done. So boom, boom. And now I need to go into the nether one more time. And then we have all of the lava pools that I wanted. So that wasn't too bad, I wouldn't say. And I think it's starting to come together more and more now. As we are doing all of this. So that is nice. Let's go over here. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Doopy, doopy, doop. Bumpy, dumpy, dum. And flumpy, wumpy, dum. If you know what I mean. And that's only for the real OGs there. Like only the real ones will know what I was saying there. But yeah, there we go. Bum bum. And back to the overworld. There we are. And yeah, okay, so then all that is really left would be flames. And of course I would still really like to get in some quartz ore. But hey, I don't really have access to that right now. So yeah, no way of doing that really. But I think it is all starting to look quite a bit better. This is looking a bit thin now though. So I'm gonna add just a bit more thickness to it. There we go. A bit of that. There we go. And yeah, I mean, look at it. It doesn't look half bad if you were to ask me at least. Of course I did make it, so maybe I'm a bit biased, but still. I think it is looking quite decent now. There we go. Just got that is so dangerous. Why? This guy is like doing some sort of parkour here. He's doing the quartz around. Anyway, I think it is looking pretty good now. And I'm actually quite happy with how it's looking. I'm gonna quickly go ahead and actually sleep again. I'm gonna sleep over it a little bit, you know, to really know what I'm thinking here. And I'm gonna drink a bit more of my yogurt, of course. There we go. And let's move the bed. There we are. Yes, okay, so what do I think? I think we should walk away from it a little bit and go up a little bit to really get a feeling for the whole building in of itself, you know? How does it look with the foundation? And I mean, the foundation definitely added some life to it. Maybe the foundation needs to be a bit bigger since this building is bigger. You know, that foundation is a bit smaller, but it matches itself because, yeah, the foundation is smaller and the building is smaller. But this one has around the same size of foundation, but the building is bigger. So maybe that's why it doesn't feel like it fits in with itself. That's interesting. I don't really know, to be honest. I think it's definitely looking way better with the foundation though, don't get me wrong. And I think it's looking at least pretty good. I just don't really know how to... I feel like something is missing. You know what? We'll add in the flames right now. And see how that will change things up. Now I'm gonna be modest with the flames. Like just one every now and then. Oh, goodness. Like we really don't want to go too overboard with it. And the flames are gonna be mainly around the edges here. So not all that close to the marvelous marble, which of course is the quartz. Just a little bit of flames here and there. Now we're gonna not place any flames around this section for obvious reasons. But yeah, there we go. Just a bit of flameage every now and then. Really not too much. Just adding it in a little bit. So, you know, it's the nether. I don't feel like I really need to explain why there's flames there. But there we go. How will that make it look in terms of it being different now? Okay, I must say it does make a pretty alright difference. Not super big, but still alright, you know, a modest little difference. And outside of that, I really don't know what else I should do with any of this. Yeah, I do like the way it's looking though, don't get me wrong. I want to quickly see it from a bit more side angle and then maybe a bit up. There we go. And you know what we'll do, we'll actually take the screenshot of today's episode right here. Wow, I can barely fit it in on the camera when I'm all the way out like this. Boom, there we go. That will be the screenshot of today's episode, I suppose. Kind of the same as most of the previous episodes, but hey, we've been working on one building for like the whole season, so not much I can do about that, right? Anyway, there we go. I think for now I'm satisfied with this. We do have quite a large amount of buckets of lava here right now, which I think I'm just gonna store in this building. I kind of feel like that makes sense. I might use them for fuel, maybe not, I don't know. We'll wait and see with all of that. But yeah, I feel like this building is now basically done. Of course, we're still missing the gold blocks. So next episode we'll have to do some mining again, mainly for gold. But outside of that, it is now basically finished. Which is really quite exciting, of course. I mean, we've been working on this literally all season. So yeah, it is quite exciting that it's now getting at the point of being... yeah, finished. So yeah, this is quite cool. Anyway, we're gonna quickly go down here. Yeah, we got a chicken. Woohoo! Alright, this is way more exciting than that whole nether building stuff. That doesn't make is not nearly as interesting as the fact that we just got a cooked chicken. Anyway, feed them again. There we go. Water bucket clutch. Oh, look at that! It's shot. Oh, it's working beautifully. It is working beautifully. Alright, anyway. Yeah, as I said, it is now all basically finished, which is really quite exciting. We do still have this guy. Okay, good. I'm pretty certain all of the other villagers are dead, by the way. Like, I haven't seen one in so long. So, yeah, we have to do that again. Maybe next season I'm gonna focus a bit more on villagers. Also, maybe I'm gonna have to kill some of these animals that are around here. But let's take a little tour through our world, you know. Right now I'm kind of finished with my plans for today's episode. And we still have a bit of time left. So I feel like, you know what, why not do a little bit of a tour? Maybe a lot of you have not actually seen the first couple of seasons of this series. And you might not know some stuff, you know. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a tour through everything that we have done in this world so far. Because I don't have much else to do right now. I'm out of plants and I'm not gonna start mining right now. So yeah, this is my humble abode. It was our first building we have made. You can definitely tell that I was not too good at building at that point at all yet. I was really in an experimenting phase. I was still quite happy with how it turned out. But you can also tell there were not that many blocks in the game yet which I could build with. But yeah, this is our first house we ever built. Our first building. Really still quite happy with how it's looking. And it's now sorting our items or storaging our items. This is the water tower. I still need to work more on this. It's technically not finished, but I built this in the first season and then I stopped caring about it. So yeah, maybe we have to come back to that at some point in the future. But I kind of like the way it's looking in general already, so maybe that's not even needed. But yeah, this is the water tower, and the water tower brings water to this area. Which this I haven't walked in a very long time. This is a bit of a nature area. Unfortunately, the biomes make it look a bit grey, so that's yeah quite sad. But this is the thing I built in the first ending of a season. So this was episode 10 of season 1. We built this thing right here, and I was standing right here, I believe with my dog. I don't know for certain though, but yeah, this is what we made back then. And this wasn't all here yet, so yeah, this is a little nature area. I feel like a lot of you might have never even seen this, since, you know, you might not have been watching since the beginning. So there you go, that's a bit of lore, so to say. And yeah, then we have a nice little walking area here. We got some rocks everywhere. And yeah, the foundation of this building. You know what? I kind of want to see how it all looks from up here, actually, now that I think about it. Because a lot has changed since we've last been up in this tower. So why not climb it real quick and see how the world is looking from above. It takes a little while, of course, but this ladder is way less depressing than the other ladder. So I'm not going to do the podcast here. Anyway, here we are, and whoa. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, so this is of course the forest that we have built. I kind of wanted to make pathways through all of that as well, but I have not done that yet. All of these trees I've planted myself, so this was not naturally actually here, which is quite funny. But yeah, the same as with the lake, but we'll get to that in a bit of a second. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. All of that combined, that looks pretty cool. And then we have, of course, just normal houses right there. But yeah, I like the way it is looking from up here, I must say. Anyway, let's jump down and not die here. There we go. Now, fun little fact, I died a lot of times on this building. Like, I'm pretty certain my first death happened from this building. So, yeah, there you go. Anyway, we're gonna now walk through here. Because this is our garden area we built way back. I think this was actually in season 1 still. I don't know for certain, or it might have been season 2. But yeah, we made a nice little garden area right here, which I really loved at the time. Still like it. And we had a little bit of a shack right here. So yeah, this is my shack. There I keep my buried bodies. Or well, they're not buried, but all of my bodies, the dead bodies, they're all in there. So there you go. And yeah, then we have this part of the path and a bit of nature here. Of course, this is just the forest. But right next to this path was all designed purely for this lake. If you didn't know, I actually dug out this lake by hand. I made this all myself. This was not here at all naturally either. So yeah, this was all made by hand. And yeah, we made a nice little lake area, a bit of a nature area. I thought that would be quite cool. Still really like the way it's looking. And then we made this pathway all the way around, looping around this lake. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, from this pathway we sprouted here. I believe I was done building the lake and I didn't have much to do anymore like I have right now. So I decided, why not try and improvise a house. And then I somehow managed to make this horrendous thing. Which doesn't look super bad, don't get me wrong, but it's also not looking super good. But yeah, it's a funny little building with a nice little foundation, a bit of plantage going around it. And yeah, I made it eventually into the doghouse. For one of my dogs. As you can see, there's a bone right there. So yeah, this is the doggo house. I believe for bunk. But yeah, that's the bunk house. Now then, we actually made this pathway all the way over here. And we made this house. This was actually built before these two. So yeah, we made this humongous house. And that's when probably a lot more of you might have started watching. But yeah. Made this house. I was really happy with it. This was the first house that was way different. I built with gradients, I built with details on the wall, and you can see there's a huge difference between this house and the first one that I made, like a huge one. Also, there were more blocks in the game, there were more stairs and steps, slabs, whatever not. I could place them upside down. A lot has changed when I was able to build this house, so that's why it's looking way different. Around this house we have a bit of a nature area. Basically the abandoned part. I must say I haven't been here for so long, but this actually I really like the way this is looking. This looks super cool. Of course we have a lot of leaves around here as well to make it really quite thick. But yeah, I must say I'm still really in love with the way it's looking. And yeah, eventually I did all of that. I made an interior later on for this house as well. Not for the upstairs area, but this is quite a cool interior if you were to ask me. Kind of looks like a fun little place. Anyway, let's quickly go ahead to sleep and drink some more of my yogurt. Took a long time to make this house, but this was the first one that was really quite unique. Then we also made the doggo house, which is for Meerdog. This is Meerdog, and also stores all of my music discs, as you can see. and the jukebox. So yeah, this is at that time I was going for a lot of bone meal in the desert, so I also got a lot of music discs, which was quite a fun time. Oh my goodness, there's a chicken right there. Okay, but yeah, and very later on I also added in these, wheat fields, which have been a bit destroyed by the cows and stuff, but yeah, it still looks pretty decent if you were to ask me. Now the house I built after that is the, technically the church, that's what I called it. With this one, as you can see, I went way different again. I wanted to challenge myself with this one by using nether bricks. Or no, not nether bricks, normal bricks. Because I am not a big fan of the way bricks look. And so I was like, okay, let's challenge myself to make a building with bricks that still looks good in my own opinion. And this is what I came up with. I did a lot of testing in Creative World, and this is what I made. Now the big thing with these two houses, by the way, is the roofing. I was also not too good with roofs, and that's where I also challenged myself a lot. You're not really able to see it all that well since, you know, we're on the ground. But yeah, this roof is actually quite big and quite different than any other roof. Like that one is also quite different. So, you know, that's where I challenge myself with these houses. And I still think the church is a really cool looking house or building. Still needs an interior, which I will do at some point. But yeah, I think it is looking super cool. So yeah, I haven't been here a long time really talking about any of this, but still, I think it looks pretty cool, this whole building. Then we have this building, which is, first of all, was just a normal building with a small interior. I felt like, okay, we need a bit of a smaller house again, nothing too special, but also, you know, something to really at least bring it a bit more alive again. And that's when I came up with this thing. Nothing really special about this house, it just looks quite alright, you know, it just fits in with everything else here, I feel like. Of course, it does now have the secret basement, which opens up right there. But that was added actually way later. That was not the original plan behind this house, I don't believe. So yeah, that I added in later. But yeah, that is basically this house as well. Then we have a lot of trees around here. Actually some jungle trees, spruce trees, all kinds of trees right here to bring it all a bit more alive. We did have the cow, the chicken and sheep pen right here, but that has been since removed, which, yeah, looks better without it, I must admit. And then we come to the corruptorium, which is probably something most of you should have seen at this point. I don't think many people... Well, maybe, I don't know. This is what we built at least in the last season. I was like, okay, I want to start making a house in the theme of something. And I decided to go with the theme of the desert and the jungle blocks as well. Once again, I kind of wanted to challenge myself because I don't really use jungle blocks ever in a build. So I was like, okay, let's see if I can make something of it. And I must say, when I built this thing, it was my favorite building from that point. The roof is ridiculously cool. It made it look like a temple. At first it was just supposed to be a house. I absolutely love the way this roof looks. Absolutely everything about this house or building I really just love. And eventually I made like a smelting room in there as well, but that's not really all that important. But yeah, I just fell in love with the way this building looks. And then we made this thing in this season. And once again, this one is also one of my favorites. I'm not gonna say I prefer this one over that one, but also not the other way around. I really like them both in their own way. Like, they're super unique. This one is even more over the top than that one. Like, there's so many things going on here. There's gold, there's diamond, there's quartz, there's gold, I already said that there's glowstone, obsidian, then there's lava, flames, lanterns, everything. It's so over the top, but I really like it. And actually, whoa, that looks pretty cool that there's now a portal there. You know what, we might make each and every entrance have a portal to make it look better. Anyway, I really like the way this thing now also looks. It looks super over the top. It's way too extra, but that's what I like about it. And these two are now kind of just brothers. And I think we're gonna have at least two more right next to them, or basically, yeah, on the other side of the street, so to say, and then we're gonna make a street in between them. But yeah, we're gonna have two more of these buildings, by the way. But yeah, that is where we are at right now. So that's a bit of a world tour. I thought, why not? We did go far over the time, by the way, of today's episode by doing that world tour. But I felt like doing that a little bit. You know, we've been going for nearly 6 whole seasons now. So yeah, a bit of a catch up for those of you who never really watched any of the beginning of the series. Anyway, I am gonna end the episode right here. I hope you enjoyed the terraforming, the finishing touches on this building, and the world tour. And as I said, I am out of time, so we're gonna end it right here. And thank you very much for watching as well, especially if you watched all the way through the world tour as well. I do hope you enjoyed it all, and I will see you all in the next one. I kind of messed up the outro there, but that doesn't matter. That it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. So for now, goodbye.